And good morning. Good Sunday morning. Not so nice here today. It's nasty out. Drizzling, chilly. Definitely not a day for bike riding. And it's early. Let me just do all these pop outs. I had to get firewood. I don't feel like getting any. It's going to be a chilly week till Thursday. And it's back in the 60s, but the next few days going to be chilly. So like I said, good Sunday morning. Hope you're having a great weekend. And I definitely want to check out the weather across the country. All right, what am I missing? I know which one. This one. Okay, good. Now let's take a look. Let's take a look. Because today could be a very active weather day. And not in a good way. There's only 2 alerts right now, which is really good. And they're not even. They're marine warnings. But it's early. There's a lot. The potential for a possible severe weather outbreak. Though it's early. Radar Omega is not showing much on the radar right now. Let's take a look at Windy. And then midweek, down in the south, again. At least that's what the models are telling me. So look at the midsection of the country. Look at this storm system right there. Wow. And it's cold enough to bring snow down in here. So there will be snow up here. Look at that lake effect that they're going to get right here in Wisconsin. And it's 32, so just around freezing. They'll get snow around this system. But then it warms up down here. But it could snow in here. But over here is, you're talking about potential for storms, heavy rain. And then when this, I always say it, where this wind, cold air, is another low. There's actually a couple of disturbances, but there's a low here. So when the colder air comes behind it, and then you got this rush of warmer air coming up from the Gulf, like right here. See this going up? You see this coming in? Right here is where you're going to have the development of thunderstorms. So the area that I would be concerned of is up here today. And we'll see if I'm right, what they're saying. I'm pretty accurate. Look what's happening. They just keep getting pummeled. Out west, just pummeled with these storms that are coming in Northern California, Washington State, not Oregon, British Columbia. They just keep coming in, these systems. But look at this high pressure here in the Atlantic. And it's helping also bring up that warm air into here. So today's going to be a stormy day. And it's definitely going to shift more to the east as the day goes on into the night. Then tomorrow here is where the threat is. Up and down the East Coast. Right there. Especially here. This is going to be nasty for us. We could have severe weather tomorrow here. But look at this system again. Boom, another one. Right up, same pattern. Another one coming toward them. Look at this. Right here. And then during the midweek, you're going to have another flow. Because I was checking the maps yesterday. Look at this flow coming up. Again, very stormy in here. Look at this. Almost the whole entire central part of the country from the Gulf states all the way up to Canada. Look at this. It's a big low. So by midweek, again, very stormy here. And I bet you they're predicting this now. And I'm going to find out, but so nasty. And this is just a few days out, so usually the maps are pretty accurate. Look at that energy coming up from the Gulf. Look at this. That's going into Thursday. Still. A lot of energy. That flow, this is because it is high. Even though it's way out in the Atlantic, it still has an influence. Especially for us. That'll warm us up though. But look at, it's just crazy. Thank God that's not coming in. All right, the high is retreated. Here's another high developing though. Right here. And it's going to help swing that warm air up from the Gulf. But it's sinking and it's moving away. So that's good. There's a quiet pattern now, I could tell. Quiet. That's a quiet pattern. So next week it looks like things quiet. There's another system here. But you can't trust this. This is way out now, the model. I don't trust it. I never do. So, today, tomorrow, depending where you live, and Wednesday, Thursday, again, pretty much the midsection of the country. You got to watch your weather. And I'm going to check what they're saying now. They're saying it. And we already looked at the radar about the storm coming into the west. But more than 180 million in U.S. at risk for severe weather through midweek. And there it is. It's going to say exactly what I was just talking about, if I had to guess. There's the risk for today. And like I said, this upper area that I was circling. This is very bad risk here for tornadoes. Right there. Right there. Today. That's not good. On Sunday, we are probably looking at 12 or 2 tornadoes. AccuWeather Chief On-Air Meteorologist Bernie Rayno said. So a lot of rain. Then it's going to shift east tomorrow. Like I was saying, looking at the model, I could tell the East Coast, especially down here, the Carolinas, Georgia, Panhandle, right down in here. But even up here, we could have storms all the way up by Albany. Tuesday, here we go with the midweek thing now. The Tuesday afternoon. Look at Wednesday, same places. It's almost identical. Wednesday night. So just like I was saying on the maps, using the model, same thing. So just keep an eye on your weather if you live in these areas. There are no alerts as of right now. It's early in the morning. Storms develop with the heating of the day, the sun. There is no alerts currently because they appear here. There's marine warnings and a special weather statement for Texas and Alabama. Oh shit. What's going on? I'm live. I'm going to mute. Hold on. All right, I am in a phone call right now with someone, so that's why I'm muted. I will be right back. I'm on an important phone call, so I'm going to mute for a second, just to let everybody know that might be watching. All right, I'm back. That was an important call. That cannot be, that's business. And I know probably people are like, what the freak? I see Alice there, was there, may not be there no more. I drink all my coffee. Oh my gosh. So yeah, it's going to be a stormy day today. Now there is an issue, and I noticed it because Mom is still watching it. And this is with when I upload the 360 videos. And I was watching it myself on YouTube on the TV. For some silly reason, even though the camera's pointing straight, it starts to go off to the right, to the back, and I'm like, but that's not how it's filmed. Why is it doing that? I have to figure out what the heck is going on. Because if you're watching this just as a normal video, it's not going to work. If you're watching it with your mouse on something where you can move the screen, or with VR, that's different. But if you're just watching the straight video, it's not good. Not good at all. So I really need to do the research to find out how to keep the videos straight when uploading, which I'm going to search right now, when uploading a 360 video. And I don't know. That's the last. Okay, but I am holding it straight. Okay, set initial orientation. I should be putting GoPro Max. It's not about converting. Reframe. Any way to keep the max camera pointed forward. Yep. Exactly. So a lot of people are doing it too. It's in the video options. What? I just found the ability to disable it in the video options. Strange that I scoured every possible menu before and I didn't see it. Do you mind sharing the settings with us? And nobody did. That's the end of that thread. Now, I have to figure this out. Reframe. Oh, there's going to be some long-ass tutorial. Let me see. I have to figure this out because this is the last.
By tapping on the downloading media portion. And so I just finished that. I'm gonna go back into
And I deleted all my footage.
and there it is right here. Whole 58
Oh, no, I didn't.
second video. And now it is in
Or maybe I did.
my
I think I did.
phone, and it now introduces you to 3 components along the bottom center.
Oh, that's stupid. I tell you, some people don't know how to put stuff uploaded. How to put it, Dries? When viewed on the screen. Traditional framing. Okay. Understanding the 360. Forget about the resolution. Field of view determines how much surrounding area is captured. Wide, linear. Framing. So how the scene will look when viewed on screen. How to avoid placing objects too close. Reframing. The beauty of this is you can reframe your shots after you recorded them. Use dedicated 360 editing software to create unique perspectives and choose the best angle. So it's in the reframing. Here it is, mastering video editing. Once you've captured it, it's time to edit. I have that. Offer plugins that allow you to edit and manipulate. Oh, I didn't know that. Premiere Pro offers plugins that allow you to edit and manipulate 360 footage. That could be the key. That could be the key. All right, now I'm gonna have to look that up. Adobe Premiere Pro. Go Pro Max plugins. GoPro reframe for Adobe Premiere. All right. This is probably what's going on. I need the plugin for Premiere Pro. That gives full creative control of your GoPro footage. Click here to download the group from Windows. Okay, where's it going? What's going on? Good. Oh shit. Next. Agree. Next. Finish. Okay, that's done. I just installed it. Now, how do we activate it? First, I need to see if I have any GoPro footage because I deleted them. This is really interesting. What's up, Real Fringe? Yeah, Astro's cool. He's a good guy. You enjoy watching me play the instruments? A little too early for that. I'm trying to figure out how to make my... Oh, I didn't delete them. Good. All right. So this is from yesterday. When I was bike riding. I didn't delete the clips, which is great. That's good. Thank gosh, because I deleted it off the drive. Now we can play. See, this is the problem. Just like I just played this video. Why is it starting off when the camera's straight? Why is it off to the side? That is no good. Camera's straight. The camera's pointing straight. It should not be doing this. You can't see the camera, obviously, but the camera's pointing straight. But when I do this, it should start here. So this is an editing issue. The accent, forget about it. But this was yesterday morning. So I have to figure this out. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. All right, anyway, so look how nice it looks. Doesn't that look nice? Problem is, I have to reframe it. So that, because Mom is watching this right now. It's a 3.5 hour video. I did a lot yesterday. This is the way I want it to start, like right there. I have to reframe it. So this is a problem. I'm gonna open up Premiere Pro. I gotta figure this out. Ma! Meatloaf! I know your husband for a long time. Like many years. I've never met you guys, but acquainted. All right, new project, test. Oh, replace. Okay, so that was clip 2. Now, how do I access the GoPro? This is crazy. All right, we have to look it up. Because there's no way. The plugin. Let me go back to it. There's got to be a plugin. Graphics title. Clip. No. Sequence. Markers. Graphics and title. Playback. Oh my God. Tools. Let me look at tools. Graphics. I'm gonna have to look for it. This Premiere Pro is a little complicated. I know how to use it well, but this is new. How to use GoPro plug-in Adobe Premiere Pro. Reframe. This is reframe. How do I add GoPro footage to Adobe Premiere Pro? Okay. I can't show the video because I'll get slammed. It's a short video.
Hi there, and welcome back to yet another great episode of Mind Power. My name is Bryce L. Tomlinson, and today I'm going to show you how you can add your GoPro footage to your Adobe Premiere Pro timeline even when it doesn't show up as video.
Bullshit. I do that
And while
already.
we're talking about all this important stuff, if you do like this video and you subscribe button and the notification bell right next to it helps out my channel. And you're using Adobe Premiere Pro CS 5.5, but this should also work on other versions of drag your footage to your timeline, and it only comes up on the time change MP4 to AVI.
This is not what I'm looking for. That's plugin. Here we go. How long is this video? 12 minutes. Oh my god. I already did that.
Hello everyone. To select and use the angle you want.
That's what I need.
This is a very useful plugin that you can use to edit your 360 video that filmed with the GoPro.
Very good.
I'm gonna show you how to use the keyframe to select and use the angle you want.
That's what I need.
First, you can Google GoPro FX Reframe plugin and go to the GoPro FX Reframe.
I did that already.
Go to the website, and here you see there's a download FX Reframe for Mac and for Windows.
Let me make sure that's the one I downloaded. This is very important. That's why my videos are coming out crooked. Yep, GoPro Reframe. It's 2.0 though. It's a newer version. Okay, good. That's even better. Alright, so I did that.
So make sure to press on download.
I did
I'm
that.
not gonna do it right now.
Did it.
I open the folder and then you'll see the file. So the extension for the videos ending with INSB and the photos INSB.
Oh, we don't need to know all that. Come on.
Right click, new bin,
Ugh.
name it videos, and right click new bin or your photos. You can also import
What?
your photos here and add them to your videos.
Oh shit.
Select the files you just
I do need to do that.
I open the so you press on download, and once it's done press on the file to extract it, and here we go. So you can press continue and follow the instructions. I'm not gonna do it right now because I already have it installed. Now I'm gonna import the videos from the GoPro camera. So I connect the camera and locate the DCIM folder.
Right.
I open the folder and then you'll see the file. So the extension for the
That's
videos
not true.
Ending with INSB.
This is an old video.
And the photos INSB. I'll drag and drop to a new folder, so I'll have a copy of them on my computer.
Yeah, okay, we know that. I have it in a file right here.
Now we open Adobe Premiere Pro. We
New
hit the new
project.
project.
Uh-huh.
Locate the project.
Oh shit. That's what I gotta do on Premiere. Let me get rid of this clip. Cut. Okay. File. Alright. Let's get rid of that. Okay, let's open up Premiere. This is the game changer I need. And I was wondering, why is it not working right? Open new project. Location. Choose location. Where is this? This is in, I don't know what, E. Videos. GoPro footage. Save. Create. I don't see it. Okay, that did not work. Hold on. Mom. Shit. I'll be with you in a little while. Let me just try to figure something out. This is gonna drive me nuts. It's gonna drive me nuts. I know it's gonna drive me nuts. Yeah, Tycho. I just never knew it, huh? You've known him for over 40 years? I gotta figure this out because it's gonna drive me nuts. GoPro footage. It's all in there. Why don't I see it? Import media. I don't see this. I don't know. I gotta look at what he did again.
Choose the location where to save it and name the project.
Oh no.
Really, I gotta fit Tycho.
Oh, okay. Oh my God, now I totally got lost. Project name, project location. Oh man.
Come on, Tycho.
It's listed as untitled. Import entire project.
Tychito, come on.
Import selected sequences. Connecting to dynamic link server. Cancel. Let me do this again. Premiere Pro. I may have to create its own folder. Maybe I should do that. New. And then insert everything in here. GoPro Reframe Project. Okay. Now I'm gonna slide all these videos in there. And drag them into this folder. Good. Good.
Tycho, come on in.
All right. 2 more files. Okay, now I got them all in one file. This is the problem. New project. All right, let me look at his video again. I found at least a video that tells me how to do this.
And press. Choose the location where to save it and name the project and press create. In the project panel,
Okay, and then...
Bill,
Oh, Jesus, what, Mom?
you made me laugh, you know? You know why you made me laugh? Because I guess the genes of Christopher Columbus,
Oh, here we go.
and see, you have it.
Create.
You have
Oh, with the adventure thing?
all that shit, yeah.
People don't believe it that we're actually distant relatives of Christopher Columbus. Isn't that crazy?
You don't want to believe it, that is too
All right.
hard.
Have a great one. It was a pleasure talking to you, Fringe. You have a great Sunday. And I'll see you soon. And tell your husband I said hello. All right. Let me, because my mind is like scrambling on this right now. Okay.
right click, new bin,
Right click, program. I don't see that. How does he get that?
and name the project and press.
Import. That's what he's not saying that. He's not saying that. Import. See, he did not say that. He's a little wrong there. GoPro footage. What did I put it in? GoPro reframe. Right here. Send media to import. Because he's using an older version. Select media to import. All right, let's just click on one. Actually, let's click on all of them. How can I do that? I shouldn't have to click each one individually. There should be like select all. Oh, we're gonna fix this. We're gonna figure this out because this is the one thing left for me to do for my video because it's terrible. I was watching it on TV with Mom and it's like, why is the camera looking sideways? It's got to be reframed. It's a technical editing.
Have you seen my phone?
I have not seen your phone. Alexa, call Mom.
Calling Mom's mobile from William.
I gotta change that. That William sucks. There's your phone. It's over here. Alexa, stop. Your phone is here.
So how come yours haven't?
No, mine is there too, but no, mine is here. That's your phone.
This is my phone. No?
That is your phone.
I go crazy here.
Okay, I selected
Taquito, eat your hot dogs.
import.
Taquito, eat your hot dogs.
Holy cow, look at all those clips. Oh my God. Okay, so we got that. All right, let's play.
Create. In the project panel, right click, new bin, name it videos, and right click, new bin, or your
All right, I
photos.
can
You can
skip all
also
that.
import the video files.
Yeah, we can skip
Photos.
that. Yeah, we can skip that.
Here we go.
Okay.
It's working good. Now we need to create a new sequence. Let's check the resolution. You see here it's 3840 by 1920. Now it's time to create a new sequence. So here we can choose DSLR 1080p 25 or 30 frame per second. You can check more setting here. I'm gonna go with the DSLR 1080p 25. It's easier for me when I assign the keyframes. So I'll go ahead and name the sequence and press OK. Alright, so now I'm gonna drag a video to the sequence. Let me check this video. Alright, I'm gonna drag this video to the sequence. And here you keep existing settings. We don't want to change the sequence setting because we chose the HD 1080p 25. So you go to effects and you search for GoPro FX reframe. You just type reframe, drag it to the clip, and now go to the effect control panel and select it. You'll see here you're gonna do keyframe for the pan, title. You can do the rotate, lens, zoom. Alright, so let's see this scene. Alright, so I'm gonna place a keyframe here.
What?
And move around with the camera pan. Right, for example, if I want this scene to go from the top, you notice I put a keyframe at the beginning.
What? Oh, this guy is a little confusing.
25. So you go. Alright, so now I'm gonna.
I think this guy's talking like it's very hard to understand. Seriously, I can't stand when videos are done like that. Okay, effects. Presets. No. Video effects. GoPro. GoPro reframe. So drag it. I see GoPro reframe. Okay, whatever I just did is bad. Undo. Undo. Okay, there. So here's GoPro reframe. Drag it in. And now it goes black. Undo that.
That's all train tracks. Did they use that?
She's gonna drive me nuts. No, that train is no more.
Oh. Too bad I didn't tell you to bring me some flowers, you know, like
There's no flowers. What flowers?
you know, like plants, so I can plant them over here in my property.
Okay, Mom. There's no flowers.
I know there's no flower, but something to remind me of, like a souvenir, like a plant, or grass, or something,
Okay.
or rock.
You see here is 3840 by 1920. Now it's time to create a new sequence. So here we can choose
Available
DSLR,
presets. Sequence.
1080p, 25 or 10.
Sequence presets. Sequence. I don't like the way he's doing this video.
So here we can choose
Okay, sequence. Here we can choose match frame, edit, apply video transition, delete tracks, no, zoom in, zoom out. Match frame. No, it doesn't have any of those things for me. He's using an old version of GoPro, Premiere Pro. Available sequence presets. Let me go in here. Video effects, adjust. But it has GoPro reframe. New custom bin. Oh shit. Delete. Delete. I have to find somebody who does a better video for this. His video is terrible.
DSLR, 1080p, 25 here. Drag a video to the sequence. Let me check this video. And here,
That's true because it's not coming on this side. I have to delete everything. It has to appear here. That's why. Source, no clips. How do I do that? Now Adobe's freaking out on me. Okay, now it's there. Okay. Program sequence. Okay, now it's there. Fit. It went black on both sides. I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna go to get rid of Premiere Pro. I need to find a better reframe video on YouTube. He's terrible. Okay. This is really technical. This is nothing about producing them all. This has to do with video editing for GoPro 360. 360 reframing plugin Premiere Pro. This is probably the same video I was just watching with some guy from another country.
What's up, everyone? Abe
Maybe not.
Kisowitz here, and today I'm really excited.
somebody who
to finally
speaks
share this
English
workflow
the
with
right
you
way.
guys. We're going to be looking at reframing 360 content in Adobe Premiere. We'll be
Thank
walking
God.
through using the GoPro FX Reframe plugin, which is brand new. I've got a download link in the description below,
have
and
it.
it's not to be confused with the old Reframe plugin that was used with Fusion. GoPro's been developing this plugin throughout the last year, and I've been involved along the way helping define some of the features in it. Definitely have to give it up to David Newman because he is the brains behind this plugin. We use this plugin to reframe all of the 360 content that we've edited in-house at GoPro. And the great news is you can use it with both Fusion and GoPro Max. I would also say that this is pretty much the ultimate GoPro plugin for enhancing both your 360 content and regular GoPro content. But today I'm going to quickly run you through all of the basics to creating high quality reframed 360 content.
Thank God.
So I've already converted my Max 360 files
I
into
did that
an
already.
equirectangular ProRes file, which is the standard 360 file format. It's
Exactly.
a 2-to-1 ratio. I've gotten a lot of questions wondering whether you can drop in the native .360 file straight from
cannot.
GoPro Max into Premiere.
You cannot.
Unfortunately, it requires a transcode into this equirectangular format. If you want on the nitty-gritty details, there's an awesome blog post that outlines all of the tech behind Max's new .360 file format, which is in the EAC projection format. It's equal area cube map. And we use the
If you have a GoPro 360 Max, this is what you have to download to convert. This is what I use. And this is what they require, actually, if you're going to do this. This converts to 360 right here to an MP4. You got to get this, open the media to the card from the camera. All the files pop up. You open each independent source and you do it. So this is a must for the GoPro Max. That's not the issue for me. It's the reframing.
GoPro Player to convert the EAC into an equirectangular. So it is stitched in camera, so the transcode process is a pretty basic transcode versus what you may be used to with Fusion stitching. In my test, the process of transcoding Max footage into this equirectangular format is about 8 to 10 times faster than Fusion Studio stitching. I've already done a walkthrough of reframing the GoPro app, which is super similar to the desktop GoPro Player reframing
There
flow.
it is, the one I just
You
showed.
can open the .360 files directly in the GoPro Player and reframe them right away, but for this demo, I converted the .360 to a ProRes to edit in Premiere.
Thank you.
The advantages
please.
here are you have more fine-tuned controls over the reframe movements, as well as additional features such as lens correction. So to start, I'm going to drag in my converted equirectangular.
All right, I'm gonna follow this guy exactly. Thank you, God, it's an English-speaking person. Oh, it's so frustrating. He speaks properly. It's one of the big problems. It is a major problem, actually, when dealing with this kind of tutorials. People speak broken and they don't translate it properly. It's like a mess. It's like talking to somebody on the phone and you're trying to say, what? What'd you say? What? Excuse me? What? Can you repeat that? So annoying. I'm just going to make this untitled. All right. So, I'm going to share my screen now. I'm going to walk it through just as he says it. This is Premiere Pro. So drag a file, and I've got a ton from yesterday. What the hell is that? We need to get rid of these two. All right, let's put in this one. Okay, so there's my project. All right, now let's watch them.
File into Premiere. Your source footage is likely 5.6K, but that doesn't mean that reframed content will be 5.6K.
Oh, wait a minute. Why is it appearing on that side? I got to get it out of here. Cut. Why is it appearing in this box? Okay, timeout. Cut. No media. Transport it directly into here. Yes. All right, now let me go back.
Fine-tune controls over the reframe movements, as well as additional features such as lens correction. So to start, I'm going to drag in my converted equirectangular file into Premiere. Your source footage is likely 5.6K.
How did he do that? How come it's not showing up on mine? Why does it look like that on mine? Okay. How come?
Start, I'm going to drag in my converted equirectangular file into Premiere.
But it's showing as a file. It's not showing as an image.
Your source footage is likely 5.6.
I'm clicking it, but it's not appearing in this box. It says no clips, source. So what the hell? Sequence? No. Import? No. Damn, I just screwed that up. Create new sequence. No. Let's pick this one. Import. No, it just did that. It's still showing up there. No good. Drag. But it's not popping up in the source file. Why does he have it as an MOV file?
Additional features such as lens correction. So to start, I'm going to drag in my converted equirectangular file into Premiere. Your source footage is likely 5.6K.
Oh, Jesus, Mom, what is it?
What was that say? What a nice man, what a nice guy.
Yeah, because he had a smile on his face As I was driving by, you could tell he's a nice man because he had like a permanent smile on his face and he said hello. There's some people that are really friendly when you ride the bike, you could tell.
Yeah.
And some people don't want to be bothered.
Yeah. Well, he says, oh, what a nice guy, what a nice man.
All right. I don't understand why this is not showing up here. I should call Eric, but it's too early. He would know. There's got to be a way to add this. I can't see on this monitor. What does that say? Top of the project. No, cancel. How the hell do I bring that into the sequence screen? No sequences. There's got to be a way. New sequence from clip. No, it's showing up there. No. I want it here. We may have to find a different video. How do I import video, create new sequence? All right.
Hi, welcome to my channel.
Here we
In
go.
this video, I'll be showing you how to import a video and create sequences in
Yeah.
Adobe Premiere Pro. So if you're ready, let's dive right into the video. 15. But the method I'll be showing you in this video works across all versions of Adobe Premiere Pro, at least from CS6 and above. Alright, so the first thing we do is to create a new project. So we go to File
Here we go.
and go to New, then Project. Alright, you give it a name. You can just say test file. And so when you have a renderer, if you have a GPU
Oh, Jesus
component
Christ.
on your Mercury playback, GPU is to Adobe Premiere Pro. Okay, I think I like to leave my interface at editing, so I click editing. Alright, so but of course you can leave yours at any interface that suits you. Alright, so now the next thing is to import our video, the video we wish to edit. Alright, so how do you import your video? There are two ways to go about it. Alright, you can either go to File here and select import here. Alright, import,
Or you could slide it.
or you just hit Control I. Okay, that's if you're using a Windows, but if it's a Mac, it's Command I. Alright, so you can hit Control I on a Windows. Alright, so it does the same job.
Oh,
okay,
Jesus Christ.
so you go to File, then you hit Import.
You could just drag
Okay,
and drop.
so you locate where the video file is
Oh
on the
my
computer.
God.
Alright, so I think okay, let me just locate
Oh my God.
where the video is on my computer. Alright,
This is what I mean.
documents.
Oh my God.
All right.
Look what he's making people go through. There's a much simpler
Okay,
way.
so this video, okay,
Oh my God.
so it works fine just for me. Alright, so let's say I've imported the video now. Alright,
Oh
so
my
you see
God.
the video is importing.
That's sick.
Alright, so you see there's you can see this blue
Oh my
indicator here.
God,
means the
this
video
is
still
brutal.
loading. So we are going to wait for the video to successfully load.
All you have to
into
do is
our
drag and
Adobe
drop
Premiere
it.
Pro software. Alright, so our video has almost completely loaded. Okay, just a few seconds left.
Jesus Christ.
Alright, so our video has successfully loaded into the Adobe Premiere Pro
Alright, now
software.
get to the part
Alright?
where I need.
Now, the next thing is to create a sequence. As you can see here, where it says timeline /no sequence. Now this is where you would actually be doing your editing proper. All right, now as you can see,
Jesus
there's nothing
Christ.
here. All right, the sequence area is completely
Oh my
blank.
God.
So how do you create your sequence or your sequences? Now there are two ways to go about it. All
Oh,
right?
here he goes with it 2 ways.
Now the first thing is to go to file, or the first way is
Oh.
to go to file,
Brutal.
new, then you say sequence, then you see a field like this. Okay, now you can give your sequence a name. Okay, so let's just say test
don't see that.
video. All right, you can give your sequence a name, then select the appropriate presets from here. All right, from the options.
Whoa,
Okay.
dude. Whoa, dude.
Sequence. Then you see, go to file, new, then you say,
Okay.
go to file,
File new sequence. Finally, some information. That's important. The other guy said to use the 25. I'm wondering what he's going to say.
new, then you say sequence, then you see a field like this. Okay,
He's using
now
an
you can
old
give your
version.
sequence a name. Okay, so let's just say test video. All right, you can give your sequence a name, then select the appropriate
Ah, shit.
presets from
I just messed up.
here. All right, from the options here. So if it's a DVPAL or NTSC, whatever presets do you think, okay, would gonna suit your video, you can select that. If it's a
Quick
widescreen
time.
or if it's a standard screen. All right, but I think I just go with the first setting here, a standard screen. All right,
GoPro.
so I hit OK. Now you see that we have successfully created our sequence. All right, so the
Wait a
next thing
minute.
to
I might have
do
found something more
is
important.
to
QuickTime. Wait a minute. What is that?
But that doesn't mean that reframe.
But I still need to get it up here. Let me go back to him. PAL. Why is he doing that? H. Available presets. I'm gonna choose. Damn, this is a choice. I don't know what to do here. Frame rate. He's got terrible frame rate size. He's doing this wrong. This guy is doing it wrong.
So I hit OK.
He's got it at a very, very bad setting. He doesn't notice it. He's got it at 720. So he goes bye-bye. He doesn't know what he's doing. But still, I need to get this here. That's the whole thing. How to import create new sequences. Please tell me this is not the same guy.
OK.
It is. How to create a sequence in Premiere Pro, right here.
The timeline in Adobe Premiere Pro is where you assemble the clips that make up your video. Ensure that you're in the editing workspace by clicking the word editing at the top of the screen. To create a new sequence, simply drag any clip from the project panel onto the blank timeline panel to the right. If you already have a sequence open in the timeline, create a new one by right-clicking the clip and choosing New Sequence from Clip. The settings of your new sequence will automatically match those of the clip you start with. The sequence name will also have a sequence open in the timeline. If you already have a sequence open in the timeline, create a new one by right-clicking the clip and choosing New Sequence from Clip.
Where is it? I don't see that. New sequence from clip. Sequence setting. New sequence from clip. Okay, it just fucking turned green on me. Okay, this is wrong. Whatever I did was wrong. Let's cut everything. And let's drag it back in. What the hell? It's on the edit.
If you already have a sequence open in the timeline, create a new one by right-clicking the clip and choosing New Sequence from Clip. The settings of your new sequence will automatically match those of the clip you start with. The sequence name will also match the clip's name, so to change it, click on the sequence.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I need to call Eric. He would know. It's too early to call him. He's probably still sleeping. There's got to be a way. New sequence from clip. That's not helping me. This is the one now. Oh, okay, I'm just gonna play it. New sequence from clip.
And rename it.
Uh-huh.
Here's a tip. If you ever drag a clip to your sequence and it appears much larger or smaller than the viewing area in the program panel, just right-click it and choose Set to Frame Size. Now it'll match the settings of your sequence and appear correctly sized.
That video helped me zero. Zero.
Alrighty guys, so once you have imported your clips and then organized them, which again, I don't need to get into it, but this is something I would highly recommend you do, the next process and the next part of the creative process to get you onto actually editing yourself is going to be to create a sequence and, most importantly, import those clips and import them in the best way and the most user-friendly
So
way
that means they
possible
have to
that
be
I
imported
personally
in
know.
here.
So first off, what I want to show you is the two methods of creating a sequence. One of them is drastically easier than the other one, and overall the quicker way of doing it. But again, I'm going to walk you through both processes. So the first and more kind of general way of creating a sequence is to go up here to File, New, and then click Sequence.
Okay.
And right here you can choose between two options. You could either A, go for
same
the
thing.
sequence presets, which personally I tend to stay away from, or you could simply input all the variables that your clips are going to entail. For example, the frame rate, the editing mode, and the frame size. However, this stuff right here is great by all means if you are an expert at the variables like this. Obviously, you have to be somewhat technically advanced to be video editing, but I'm not the most technical person when it comes to all the data points and the variables like the frame rate and all this sort of stuff. So importing all this stuff and having all this information in my brain ready to just put in here is not something I currently know how to do. And it's really not a process that you even need to spend time learning. The best thing, or one of the best things that Adobe Premiere Pro offer, is the specialist way of importing clips to your timeline, and the way that actually adjusts your sequence to be identical to the footage you are going to be editing with. And it is the simplest process, even simpler than going up here and clicking the 3 buttons it takes to get to the sequence thing. You simply go to one of your clips. For example, I could go to one of my DJ clips. We could go to to this one right here, screw it. It doesn't really matter. Just any video clip you want to import, simply drag that or hold and drag, and you can hold and drag and pull that either A into your timeline, which will do the same thing. A plus will pop up right here, or you could drag it right down to here. Both of these do the same thing. You see how it goes from the cross to the plus, likewise the cross to the plus. So I'll just drag it down here, and boom, that will open up a new project. And if you go up here to sequence settings, it will have specified the exact frame. And right here you can choose between two options. Is going to be to create a sequence and, most importantly, import those clips, and import them in the best way and the most user-friendly way possible that I personally know. So first off, what I want to show you is the two methods of creating a sequence. One of them is drastically easier than the other one, and overall the quicker way of doing it, but again, I'm going to walk you through both processes. So the first and more kind of general way of creating a sequence is to go up here to File, New, and then click Sequence. And right here you can choose between two options. You could either A, go for the sequence presets, which personally I tend to stay away from. Importing all this stuff and having all this information in my brain right here, screw it. It doesn't really matter. Just any video clip you want to import, simply drag that or hold and drag, and you can hold and drag and pull that either A into your timeline, which will do the same thing. A plus will pop up right here, or you could drag it right down to here. Both of these do the same thing. You see how it goes from the cross to the plus, likewise the cross to the plus. So I'll just drag it down here, and boom, that will open up a new project. And if you go up here to sequence settings, it will have specified the exact frame rate, not only the exact frame rate, the exact frame size, and overall it will have specialized and customized your sequence to be that of your clip type and to be identical and aligned with your clip type. So if you're one of those not super technically advanced when it comes to all the frame rates and frame rate size.
Okay, you can be quiet now. I'm here, but he doesn't have nothing here. So what if I delete this? What happens? It stays there. So we have to do each one separate. And they're not teaching me this. Oh shit, it didn't cut him. Maybe it will. Good. Okay, so now we got this here.
Framed content will be 5.6K. I think there's a common misconception between what the total resolution is and what reframed resolution means. The normal punch out from 5.6K is around 1080p. And we'll go up to File, New, Sequence. And I have a couple custom preset sequences here, 1080p, 30 fps.
He says he has it at 30. Let me make sure he's got the same. Yep, he's using that editing mode. Shit, what did I just do? And there's the sequence. Let's delete that. I want to do this again. And what is this? Delete that. Hold on. New sequence. Let me see what his settings are.
What reframed resolution means. The normal punch out from 5.6K is around 1080p. And we'll go up to File, New, Sequence. And I have a couple custom preset sequences here, 1080p,
1080p.
FPS.
Custom.
Yes, is what I want to do because I'm going to do a...
Based off, he has it on custom. What the hell is that? Available presets.
16 by 9 reframe. And then after we do this 16 by 9 reframe, I'll show you how we can change this for something like an Instagram story or Instagram video. And the great thing about this plugin is it accounts for all these different sorts of file formats, so we don't have to redo all of the work. My source video was actually shot at 25 FPS. I shot it in France. I was dealing with lights that were flickering at 50 Hertz. So I did switch it to 25, so not to throw a wrench into the system. Yours is probably going to be 1080p 30, but for this one I'm going to go up to settings and just switch this time base to 25 because I want my sequence to match my source files. And we'll name this GoPro Reframe.
Ooh, I like that. Stop.
So the very first thing I'm going to do is
GoPro Reframe. I don't. Why does it say? Oh, that's the preview. I don't want that. I don't like QuickTime. I'm just gonna keep it anyway for now. Why is the Apple codec in there? GoPro 1980. Okay. GoPro Reframe. This will be a custom setting. Okay. He's got the black screen like I do. Okay.
is double click to open this in my source monitor. We can see this equirectangular
Double click.
file format, so it's the full 360 2:1 ratio. And I'll just give you a brief walkthrough of this shot. Basically, I'm holding a camera on a long pole and I go through this whole apartment and kind of follow this action. If you haven't seen my tutorial walkthrough with the GoPro app, it's the same clip. So I'm just showing you how we do it on both different platforms. And so what we'll be doing is reframing this 360 content to look all around through this apartment. It's a good clip because it gives you a sense of space and kind of how cameras move in space. So to start, I'll just find where my in point is, and that's where I start pulling the camera in. So right here, we'll hit I. And then we'll get to the very end where we want to chop it off, probably around right here. That sounds good. So hit O for that. And I'm going to drag these both into the timeline. So right away it's going to ask, the clip doesn't match the sequence settings. Do you want to change the sequence to match the clip settings? And we're going to say no. We want to keep the existing settings because we've set up the sequence to be what our output intention is going to be. So for me it's 1080-25. For you it's probably 1080-30.
That's not.
So I'm going to say keep existing settings. And then we're going to go up to effect controls and just take a look at this original clip. The motion scale of this is 100%. And you want to make sure that that stays at 100 because once we apply the GoPro FX reframe, it's going to look at that and it is based on the clip being at 100%. So we're going to go to effects and we'll just search GoPro FX. And we can click and drag this onto the clip.
Oh my God, what did I do?
So right away you'll see that the view slightly changed. We'll look at GoPro FX reframe over here and I'll walk through a little bit of the parameters. Projection is the first thing that you want to take note of, and that is what your intended output's going to be.
Oh
so
my God.
by default it starts out at Go.
This is a pain in the you-know-what. This is a pain in the you-know-what. This is an absolute disaster. It's an absolute disaster. It's an absolute disaster. Okay, there it is. So how do we straighten it? That's the point. We want to straighten it. And it has to be effects control. I don't like the way the effects controls show up there. Oh, Jesus Christ. let me undo. I have to figure this out. This is important. This clip could go because this is the beginning of the trip. Oh, I just cut them all. We're leaving clip 1 away. We'll start with 2. Okay, we got that part. But I want to center it. Fit, maybe here. Video effects. GoPro, what is this? GoPro reframe. I wonder. I wonder if this just showed up on the bottom. No. Okay, GoPro reframe. Okay. Now it showed up at the bottom. So it's been redone. Yep. Okay, so now let's go to the next clip, which is 3. How come? Is that 2 or 3? I can't see all the way on this monitor. Oh, they're all mixed up. There's different numbers here. That's 7. All right, we have to get rid of this. They're all messed up. Let's get rid of this. We need to find number 2, and I can't see all the way over there. All right, we're gonna have to move this to the main screen. This monitor, I can't see it. All right, share screen. Display capture, properties, display 2, no, display 3, yes, wrong, display 4, yes, okay, now it's in the front of me. All right, so we need 2, that's 8, 13, 21. We need number 2. Oh my God. That's 4, 7, 6. It's crazy how it jogged everything. There's 3. 27. There's 8. Where's 2? Where the hell is 2? I see 1, 4. Here's 2. Okay, there's 2. Okay. Now we hit the GoPro freeframe. And now let's slide it here. And there it is. Okay, so that's the new sequence with the preset. Let's go to GoPro 3 and we're gonna save the project and see if it looks straight. I'm not gonna do many. Okay, here's 3. GoPro freeframe. Okay, should be at the bottom. And there it is. Yeah, no, that's 2. Slide it here. And there it is. I don't know if that worked. I'm gonna cut. So this is 3. Let's go back to 3. Because the new 2 is at the bottom. Okay, here's 3. I wonder if I... Okay, that is 3. But why isn't it showing up at the bottom? Wrong. How come it didn't do it on the bottom? This one did. But it's black. This is a pain in the... I gotta call Eric. I need some help with this. It's insane. I have to try to make the video straight. I mean, maybe there's another way. Maybe there is another way. There could be another way. And it could simply be in the actual editor for GoPro. Open Media. Videos. E. Videos. GoPro footage. GoPro Reframe project. Open. So let's click on number 2. Okay, so see the camera's off. Maybe I could do it in here. Edit. Reframe. Oh shit, this could be a lot easier. Lens correction. Oh shit. Holy shit. But that's centered. But how is that gonna look? How that doesn't... Now, what happens if I save this? What does it look like? Export as 4K. Let's do that. That's better. Hardware encoding. Next. Save. Let's see what it looks like. Now, if this looks straight and not distorted, that would be a great quick edit. Otherwise, we have to try something else. I'm curious to see if this will just simply work in the GoPro. If this works, it saves me, forget about it. Because I looked at my video on YouTube even though the camera's straight, it's warping. It's moving to the side. It's not staying centered. So if somebody watches this on YouTube and they don't have the ability to move it around with a mouse or VR, I want the video to look straight. And it'll still work with the other options, VR or the mouse moving it around, but I want the video to always be straight looking. This is the problem. I don't know what the hell this is gonna do. Do you understand? Anybody? If anybody's even watching? I have a Yankees game in a half hour. Actually, hour. I am afraid that it's gonna look warped like that. I won't know. What is it, Mama?
I was gonna ask, all those houses up there are all together like that?
Yeah.
I would never.
You're still watching?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would never would like to live close to neighbors like that. No, no, no.
And by the way, this is what I gotta go through editing for every clip. It takes hours.
I would never.
Because it converts it from 360. All right, let's look at it. No good. Has the warped look. It's straight, and it isn't even 360. So that's a no-go. This is a no-go. This is no good. So this is no. That won't work. And the thing is, this is already an MP4, so it may not even work, period. Because I already converted it. I wonder if I save it like that. Maybe. And don't touch it.
Look at the character.
And straighten it. Let's try that. I think this might work. World lock. Minimize rotation. No. Horizontal. Keep your footage level. 360 audio. It's not giving me the option because it's an MP4. It's already been converted. So I don't want to do that. Shit. Alright, let's delete this one. That's a movie. What do you mean? Save. Let's see what happens. I think this might work, but I don't know if it's going to be in 360. I don't have any of the original footage now because I deleted them off the card. I think that's the only way to do it on the original 360 footage. On an MP4, it may not work because it's already set. For this, it's already been created as an MP4. You can't redo it. I'm gonna try. I don't think it's gonna work. But at least I'll know that when I edit, this is what I have to do to keep it straight. Because if you see, I can rotate it as I'm exporting, but once it gets done, it's not allowing me to, so that's not good. I have a feeling this is going to straighten it out, but this is good to know for the future. Especially on a clip that is backwards, and I have those. Like Mom is watching right now on YouTube. It's retarded. I'm actually going to delete that video. That I uploaded yesterday. Okay, let's see it. Extract current frame. Reframe. Oh, that looks bad. See, this is no good. There's got to be a way. There has to be a way. 360. Extract current frame. Okay, what just happened? Oh shit, it just disappeared. Oh wow, that's not good. Okay. Projection. No. Reframe. Relevel. Rotate. We don't want to do that. Relevel. Zoom. Those features are not on. We want definitely 16:9 ratio. See? Look what happens. This is the problem. There's got to be a way. There has to be a way. Extract current frame. Clear all keyframes. I'm gonna have to really do some homework on this. Oh shit, look, it froze because it's the frame. We don't want that. There has to be a way. I think I'm gonna have to do each one. Edit. Clear all keyframes. Okay. How do we do it? The lens correction is good. See, I can't skip it. It won't let me move it. Okay, maybe like this. That would suck if I have to do each clip like this. Look at the points. Oh, it's not doing it now. Oh, interesting. Okay. Is there dots after it? I don't see no dots. So we have to go back. And now let's try it. Is there dots? I still don't see no dots. Oh, maybe I need to stop it. Let me see. Yep. Let's keep it level. Okay, stop. Stop. Lens correction. So far, so good. All right, we're starting to go more to this side. Stop. I wonder. We're starting to tilt a little bit. Now we're tilting back. Oh, we're still straight. Leaning a little. It's not too bad. I don't know if it's gonna save like this, but we're gonna try. This would be a crazy editing pain in the you know what if this works. I would have to do hours and hours worth. That's against the law. So far it's straight. It's a little crooked on the camera on the rod, but that's not what I'm worried about. Alright, I'm gonna cut it because I'll be here all day. Can I go fast forward? See, I can't. Why can't I put this up further? Oh, I see it. Oh, see the end. Look at the end. Oh, it definitely straightened it. But now, how do I go? It takes me right to the end. Why? No, 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 no. We don't want that. Lens correction. And now how do I go back? How do we go forward? This is a pain in the ass. double click. How do I do that? I don't know. We can do that. But how do we go here? No, leave that alone. I wonder how I can't do it. All right, let me go from the last point. How come I can't go forward? That's the thing that... No, leave that alone. I wonder if it goes to the end, if I could just lens correct it. Maybe. I'm gonna try to save it. I'm not gonna be here all day. Okay, we gotta delete this one. Let's see what happens. If it fixes it, I don't know. I need these to be straight because the YouTube looks horrific. The YouTube video came out horrible. Absolutely horrible. Where is it? Mom was watching it right here. See? The camera goes off to the side. See? That's not a good thing. And I don't know why it's doing that. See? That's a no bueno. No, that cannot happen. It cannot happen. It must stay straight throughout the whole video. And this will be a nightmare. An absolute editing nightmare. I wonder if people go through this. That's why they make them short. 'Cause it's a lot of work. We'll find out if it even worked. Otherwise, I'm going to have to figure out another way. Let's find out. It worked. It worked. It freaking worked. It worked. It worked. Oh, look at this. But now is it 360? No, because it's not an original 360 footage. And it won't rotate. But it worked. Okay, so this worked. Unfortunately, over here it works like this. And I think I see what I did wrong. That's what I did wrong. Gotta make sure it's 360. Alright, so we're gonna save this file again. See, this is little learning curves. Horizontal level, keep your footage. It won't do that. Next. Think I solved it. I think I solved it. I think I figured it out. So at the end of the video, I have to make sure, I don't have to go through all that. At the end of the video, I have to make sure it's straight. And at the beginning of the video, I have to make sure it's straight and then save it that way. I don't have to go through all those points. I'm going to test that on the next one. If this works, I'm going to try another video clip and see if that works. Then I'm gold. Then I have hardly any editing nightmare to deal with. This is important. Super important. Which I have every clip from yesterday. And then I got to upload it right. It will take hours. But this is the test. And this is not the original footage from the card. That's been deleted, formatted for the next ride. Okay, look how long it takes for each clip, and there was 28 of these for the ride yesterday. It was 3.5 hours, 60 miles. I did 60 miles yesterday on a bike. Okay, let's see. Crossing fingers. Ah, it went crooked. It went crooked because I didn't do it. Look, it's not done. I didn't do it. Ain't that something? Okay, so it's straight here. Reframe. Okay. I should do a whole new one. Let's just start from scratch. Let me delete that. Let me clear my, I'll do that later. Let's pick a different clip. Let's just pick any clip. Yeah. Uh-oh. What just happened? 360. I gotta hit edit. How come reframe is not there? Uh-oh. Do that again. Okay. Oh, shit. Let me try it again. Uh-oh. Any one of them. Now. Now let's see what happens. Make sure it's on 360. And now let's save. Now let's see. If this works, this will save everything. I don't have to go crazy. Not sure. I gotta start a fire. It's getting cold in here. Alexa, what's the temperature?
Good afternoon, Bill. Right now, it's 45 degrees
Wow.
Fahrenheit. Tonight, expect a low of 45 degrees.
These are the little things you gotta figure out when you're doing these type of videos. The camera is working great. The rod is working great on the bike. The footage is coming out outstanding. That's not the problem. Now the editing is the last little piece to solve when it goes up on YouTube, because they're coming out crooked, backwards, the camera's changing all kinds of angles. It's horrific. It's terrible. Terrible. Horrible to look at if you don't have a VR or a mouse or a pad to move the screen around. In other words, you want to make it look like a 180 video straight if you don't have those options. Like a normal 180. But because of the 360, it's uploading it in different angles and it's insane. It's no good. So this might do the correction. I am not sure. I'm trying. Okay, it's done. Watch it be messed up. It's messed up. See, it didn't work. It did not work. I just had it. I just fixed it. What the hell? Okay, hold on. No. All right, here's the clip. Reframe. Okay, so why is it fine? Ooh, the check mark. That could have been it. Just as stupid, as simple as that. Oh, but look, when I go to 360, it doesn't do it. Because it's an MP4. It's not gonna, but I saved it before. Oh, now it just disappeared. Wow. That is bogus. Okay, it's on 360 now. Look at this. It's freaking out. It won't let me. What the hell? Look at this. It freezes. It locks. Now it's really bugging out. It says 360. Oh shit, it's automatically reframing it. But look, it went to, it won't save as a 360. Or maybe it will. I wonder. Ah, and there's where I mess up. It won't let me. It won't let me. I can't even export it. See? But it's not on 360. Trim. We don't want to trim. And it keeps reverting back. Look at this. hit this to edit it, it freezes. Look at that. So this is just not working. And it just could be, let me see if there's another way. It's just insane. There has to be a way. I'm just gonna do it again. Reframe is not even highlighted. Fuck. There has to be a way. As soon as I do that, to edit, it doesn't work. Look at this. This is insane. We don't want to extract. That doesn't matter. If I do 360, this one, it's not a problem. But that's not, maybe it will, but I doubt it. I could try it. I could try it. I don't think it's going to work. Because it's not in 360 mode. This is driving me nuts. In the meantime, while this shit is going, I'm gonna see if I could find information on this. GoPro reframe to extract countless views. Use your mouse to click and drag along the timeline to find a spot where you'd like to start your transition. Select the angle line, click that. Reframe. From here you can see the plane tangents blue. I see that. I've done that. Continue to drag along the timeline for your next point of interest. Set your new angle and click the blue playhead to insert another keyframe. Notice the dashed lines, yes? Drag the playhead over this time to change region. You can choose between the following linear. Freeze frame. Alright, that's pretty much what I was doing. clip save. But it's not in 360. It fixed it, but it's not in 360. That's the problem. No. No. So that's not correct. Why does it switch? Let me try it one more time, then I'm giving up for now. Here's a headache. It's probably because it's an MP4 file. It's not a 360 video file. I'll put money on it. I can do it because it's an MP4. It's not gonna work unless I had the raw file. And I don't have any raw files. It's not gonna work. It has to be the original 360 file. Though I did have it. New project. Test. I'm gonna try Adobe again. And I'm only gonna put one file. Double click. Okay, it's in there. Go to File, New Project, Sequence. No. Sequence from Clip. Okay, there it is. Edit original. Look at that shit, it's backwards. Video effects. Adjust. Video effects. GoPro reframe. What a pain in the effects control. No clip selected. Okay. Drop media here to create a sequence. There has to be a freaking way. Sequence. Color correction. Image control. Transition, transform. Auto reframe. What is it?
What you did to my TV?
What did I do to your TV, Ma?
With my-
What did I do to your
with
TV?
my toy. I don't get no channels now.
Oh, you don't get no channels now? Okay. Alexa, brighten the room light 50%. You don't get no channels now?
I never had any trouble.
You have to exit. You were
Okay.
on YouTube. You have to hit exit. Let me see what you did. Let me see. Is my toy here? Oh, my toy's not here. I'm guessing money. This is mine. Maybe not. We'll see. No, my toy is here. I don't know what you did here. Can't even have rest. Okay. I'm gonna have to look at a video.
GoPro HD 16:9, 9.
I should call Eric. He's the pro. Okay. Learn how to keyframe.
And here you keep existing settings. We don't want to change the sequence setting. So here, project. Locate the project.
No, I need somebody better than that.
The video, so this because you want to vlog, or if you.
Yeah, stop talking.
I'm pretty sure this is a software that they use for their. Click on it, comes straight. And what I have right here is a clip that I recorded. Okay, so here we are back in Adobe Premiere Pro, and what I have right here is a clip that I recorded earlier, and it's in super view mode, as you can tell by how wide it is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this over and drop it in the timeline. We have it right there. And now I'm going to go to the Effects tab, and I'm going to pull up right here.
Oh, this guy's better. This guy is definitely better. Okay, let's see what this guy has to say. Okay, time out. Let me go back to what he was saying.
Pro, FX, Reframe. And I'm pretty sure this is a software that they use for their for the Macs, for the 360 cam, but it's made for all GoPro footage. and it's just, as you can see, a plugin for Adobe Premiere Pro and Adobe After Effects. Anyway, this is the link up here. I'm going to leave it in the description below so you can click on it and come straight to this page and download this. After that, you just get a simple installer. It takes all of about 30 seconds to install it in your Adobe Premiere. So now let's jump over to Adobe Premiere, and I will show the actual plugin to you there. Okay, so here we are back in Adobe Premiere Pro, and what I have right here is a clip that I recorded earlier, and it's in super view mode, as you can tell by how wide
Look how
it
it's
is.
backwards.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this over and drop it in the timeline.
All right,
We have it
time
right
out.
there.
I did not do that.
And now I'm going to go to the Effects tab.
Time out. Let's do this in the right sequence. So this is this one. Drag it down. Okay, it is the same. Okay, good. So now he's going here, and he's going to the Effects tab, which is not on the top. It's a new edition. This is a new version of Adobe, so this is, let me go back.
And I will show the actual plugin to you there. Okay.
Mine doesn't have that. That is so bizarre. It's over here. Anyway, let me just keep looking.
So here we are back in Adobe Premiere Pro, and what I have right here is a clip that I recorded earlier, and it's in super view mode, as you can tell by how wide it is. What I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this over and drop it in the timeline. We have it right there. And now I'm going to go to the Effects tab, and I'm going to pull up right here. You're going to see it says GoPro Effects, and then what you'll do is highlight that and drag it on top.
Ah. I shouldn't have done that. That's what I was supposed to do. All right, let's do that over. Oh, now it's black. But I'm going to try it anyway.
Your clip. And as you can see, it crops in.
It didn't crop in shit. It's black.
So the first thing I will do is, well, first I'm going to just go back to the editing tab, and then I'm going to up the scale to bring
Editing tab. I'm in the editing tab. I'm in the editing tab. Effect controls. It's black. It's black. Interesting. And where did he get? Maybe I don't even have to do that. This is what I need to do. Okay, timeout. Let me get rid of this. It's black. Maybe I don't even have to go to that. We don't want to mess with the scale. Oh. We don't want to mess with that. Rotation. We definitely don't want to mess with that. Let's undo. Scale. I don't think that's gonna matter. We don't want to mess with that. Scale width. We don't want to mess with that. Definitely not that. It has to be away. Position. Motion. Rotation is out. What the hell is anchor point? Oh. Right there. But it's still doing the rotation behind. We're going backwards. This is up and down. We don't want to do rotation. The scale is too big. Undo. There has to be a way. It's going backwards. Uniform scale. That's what happened. Scale height. Position. Oh, now we're talking a little bit more here. We need to get to this side. Anchor point. Nope, that's not going to do it. Position. Nope. I don't know if I can do it. It's definitely doing it this way. Anchor point. No. It's up and down. Shit. There has to be a way. There just has to be a way. It's looking toward the rear. And I'm afraid to use the GoPro framing on it. Let me just see what he's saying.
And I will show the actual. There's a clip that I recorded earlier, and now I'm going to go to the effects tab, and I'm going to pull up right here. You're going to see it says GoPro effects, and then what you'll do is highlight that and drag it on top of your clip. And as you can see, it crops in. So the first thing I will do is, well, first I'm going to just go back to the editing tab, and then I'm going to up the scale to bring it back up to full size. Now if you go down here, you're going to see.
Okay. I don't see how it upscaled. the hell is that? So that did not work, what he's doing. So why? Fit to screen. There's nothing there. Why did it do that? Let me undo that. What the hell? I'm gonna check a different video. Because that could be, that's a regular GoPro, can't be. That's why. GoPro Max. Probably the same video I was watching with that.
Out its GoPro HD.
No. Maybe I should watch him.
Loads of content in it. So this setup. Add POV. It's time to. It's going to save you loads of money on a.
He's doing so much ads.
And that will allow you to be able to switch off this folder here. Give it a name. Okay, we finally made.
Jesus.
Just drag and drop that now onto the clip in your timeline. And you'll see that it now appears in the effects panel, all the controls for the GoPro plugin. Now this video is a POV from a local... Reframe our footage with the GoPro FX plugin. It's a really quite simple tool to use, and the only limiting factor is going to be your own creativity. So I'm just going to go over the basics, and hopefully that will give you a foundation that you'll be able to do much more creative things than I'm showing you. So let's have a quick look now. Now you can go into effects and just type in FX.
Effects. Oh my God. Yeah, okay. All right, what the hell is he doing here? Shift effects in there. I don't see that. I don't see that. Oh my God, this is such a headache. The GoPro is here.
And you can find the GoPro plugin and just drag and drop that now onto the clip in your timeline. And you'll see that it now appears in the effects panel, all the controls for the GoPro plugin. Now this video is a POV from a local descent near me, and you can see it starts up by this pipe.
Mine doesn't do that though. It turns it black. Or maybe I need to do it inside there. That doesn't make no sense to me. That's not the way you're supposed to do it. this out. Did it do it? Still going backwards. See, it turns black. Now, why is mine turning black? I don't get it. Maybe because this is not a 360 video. That's bullshit, because it has to be converted. So I have no idea. Zero. Maybe I should do this a different way. Reframing using GoPro Player. And this is using Premiere again. What a nightmare.
To make noise. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and start a new project. Okay, so as you see, there's a bunch of different workspaces up here in Premiere. I like to toggle between them. Right now I'm in Assembly. Assembly is the easiest way to just start adding your clips to your project file. It's just the easiest way. And that's the equirectangular projection like I was talking about. See how weird it looks? And now I'm going to click on the effects workspace. I'm going to come over here and I'm going to find the GoPro reframing. There's a lot of presets here, but most of these GoPro presets have to do more with the framing size, square, rectangular, resolutions, color grading. But what we want the GoPro FX reframe.
See, mine doesn't do
download
that.
from the website. Does not come with Premiere automatically. So now, as you see, I went ahead and I scaled it up. And if you look, here's that pan camera. You can spin it around 360
See, I can't do that.
degrees or more, depending how dizzy you want to get. We got tilt.
See, there's the problem. Where is pan camera? Oh shit, there's GoPro reframing. Panner. Oh shit, I just noticed it. Let me cut this. We have to get rid of this one. Hey, where's the GoPro? It's not doing anything. It's not doing shit. Wait a minute. GoPro reframe. And there it goes black. Reframe. GoPro reframe. It's not there. It's black. source. Interesting. Because now it's there. But it's black. It was just there. That is bizarre. It's there. I see it. But it's showing black on the screen. That is so freaking bizarre. What the that is so weird. And now it's black. It's all here. But it's not showing up here. It's black. That is bizarre. Oh no, I don't even know what the hell I did. Oh fuck. Let me do this over. This is a pain in the you know what. Jesus Christ. It's driving me nuts. It's driving me nuts. FX. But I can't do it. GoPro. Drag onto the file. Then it turns fucking black. Look at this. And there it is, but it's not showing up. Let me get rid of this effects control. Oh my God. What the hell is that? Look at this shit. It's insane. Ma, please God, what?
You know what? I've been waiting. I don't know, about maybe 10 years.
Uh-huh.
So they could get Bigfoot, and they never do.
That they go what?
Get Bigfoot.
Oh.
They say, oh yeah, but never happens.
Interesting.
Being a spoiled brat.
Where did the effects panel go?
He's being a good boy to Little. Here's the baby.
Watch out for any rain.
Little is the baby.
Interesting.
I'm going back to Bigfoot.
How did that straighten out? That's curious. That is so weird. All I know is I'm not going crazy with this shit right now because it's going to give me such a bad headache today. And there it goes black. Presets. No. It's right there, GoPro. Oh, screw this. I'm going to watch the Yankees. This is giving me a massive headache. Massive. Okay, maybe this guy.
Hey, welcome back to the channel. I'm John.
How many ads are you going to play?
Now, since I have a GoPro Max, it can record at 3K or it can record at 5.6K resolution. The 5.6 only goes to Cineform, but 4K goes to the H.264. But really the big things to worry about are these icons over here, these check boxes. World Lock. Now, World Lock, if you're facing this way and you turn to face this way, the camera will still face that way. So it locks the compass heading, basically. So we don't want that on because typically when you're using 360 camera footage in a motovlog or some other type of setup like that, you want the camera angle is going to be static and you want it to stay where you put it. So we're going to go ahead and turn off World Lock, but we're going to leave Horizon Lock on.
That's the
problem. And I'll show you why
World
in
Lock.
just a minute, and then hardware encoding, because maybe that'll help.
That's
that
the
is
problem.
all you need to do for the first file, and then we'll drag in the rest of our batch, because if you record with a 360 camera, you know, they only record in the GoPro Max, it's 8 minutes and 2 seconds before it hits the 4 gig file limit and jumps to the next file. So in this case, I've got, I don't know, 9 or 10 files. Yeah, 10 files. If we spot check these, you'll notice that the GoPro Player app picked up the settings of the first one that we set up when we brought the rest in here. And I'm just dragging from a File Explorer window into...
Oh, that's freaking awesome. All right, let me go to the GoPro Player. That's it. When I started recording, it's on freaking World Lock. It has to be. Let me make believe I'm saving this. 4K. World Lock is off. But it's too late because it was filmed with World Lock. There's nothing I can do. Let me keep watching him.
The batch exporter window, which is pretty easy. So once you have that done, then you hit the start icon, and it's going to take a while. And I'm not going to make you sit through that, so we're going to skip over down the details to me or the color.
Let me look at him again.
So here we are in the GoPro Player app, and I've opened up the batch exporter window. That's File Batch Exporter. And you see the output directory here. that will default to your username /videos if you're on Windows, and I don't want that. So the first thing we do is click on the blue text, and it'll bring up a File Explorer window. And once you've selected a new folder, it's right here. And I'll add in one file, and then we click on it so it's blue like this, and go over here. Now, Cineform is nice. If you use Cineform, you're going to end up with files that are 30 gigabytes each, and that's just ridiculous. But I found that the details to me, or the colors, details and colors rather, look better in H.264 than Cineform. Now, since I have a GoPro Max, it can record at 3K or it can record at 5.6K resolution. The 5.6 only goes to Cineform, but 4K goes to the H.264. But really, the big things to worry about are these icons over here, these check boxes. World Lock. Now, World Lock, if you're facing this way and you turn to face this way,
fix it.
The camera will still face that way. So it locks where it locks the compass heading, basically. So we don't want that on, because typically when you're using 360 camera footage in a motovlog or some other type of
That's the fucking problem
setup
right
like
there.
that.
I gotta get my GoPro. I bet you it's locked. I can't do that. It's gotta be on World Lock. And that's why when I'm turning, it's locking. That's gotta be it. That's the problem. Let me check it. The settings. It's gotta be. It makes total sense. And once it's recorded that way, you can't fix that. It's done. You're done. You're toast. I hate taking these caps off. They're such a pain. Update. GoPro app. The time. I'll stop it. Connect it to your GoPro. Open the app and connect your camera. We are connected. Okay. Okay. 360. Yo, I'm live. What's going on?
Oh, I know you're live.
I'm having a fit with my GoPro. I'm trying to set it so when I record, it doesn't lock in a certain view. It's a pain in the you know what.
Look into the camera.
Because if it stays focused on one spot, if I turn, the camera automatically adjusts to that angle, and I don't want it to do that. So it's kind of like a pain in the you know what. So, yeah. What are you doing?
Watching your stream.
How you really?
Yeah.
I know Warren's leaving soon. I'm just trying to figure this out, dude. I'm getting such a bad headache from it.
You're doing a bad job, Warren, fixing this camera.
Yeah, it's just a nightmare, bro. Now, if I try to record on my GoPro, this is the GoPro Max. I should do a test. I'm gonna try to record just a quick, but then I gotta take the card out. It's just, dude, it's a pain, man.
Yeah, just saw you were streaming, figured we'd call and say hi.
Well, Let me run because I'm gonna try to fix this. But have a safe trip back home.
All right, I'll talk soon.
Call me. Call me during the week.
Okay, we'll do.
Later, bro.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Enable preview. Settings. Auto lock. What does that mean? Video compression. Let's leave that alone. Set date and time. Done. .360 video. This is such a nightmare. Alright, if I start to record, it's just going to record. What is this? This just changes the video from 360 to 180. Alright, I'm just gonna do a stupid recording. And I'm gonna move the camera as if I was driving on the bike and doing turns. We don't want world lock. We want this to stay straight at all times. Alright, that's all I need. Stop. Okay, done. Now let's put this in the computer. Now, let's see if we do a dumb test. A build dumb test. Test for dummies, me. Okay. I can't even see. Jesus Christ. Alexa, brighten the living room light 100%.
Okay.
Alexa, thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh my God, I can't see nothing. Where's my flashlight? Oh, I'm gonna kill myself here. Really? What the hell is in here? It's in. Alexa, dim living room light 75%.
Okay.
Now let's open up the GoPro app. Cancel. I don't know what the hell that is. All right. Let's bring it up. Open media. PC, DCIM. Okay, there's the one I just did. Horizon level, re-level, and we want to save it, export as 4K. There it is, world lock. That was the freaking mistake I was doing. World lock cannot be on. There it is. There's the mistake in my editing right there. There it is. So now, even though I moved the camera, let's see if it stays straight. It was world lock. That's what I screwed up on my videos. I put money on it. I'll bet money on it. That was what did it. Well, we'll find out. Why is this black? And I'm gonna move the camera. Why is it black? As if I was driving on the bike. Why do I have a black freaking video? Oh, it's a movie file. I saved it wrong. Okay, we can't play that. Let's do it again. Export as 4K. Yeah, Cineform won't work. Take world lock off. 4K. Now it'll work. Let's get rid of... Let's just delete these. We'll do that later. This should be a quick... Okay. Now it's gonna work. Let's get rid of this. Let's see if it stays locked. And I was turning it sideways. Oh, it's not. It's turning it sideways. As if I was driving on the bike and doing turns. We don't want world lock. We want this to stay straight at all times. Time out. Let it play again. All right, that's all I need. Okay. If I was to put this in Premiere Pro, is it gonna pull that BS? I want the camera to stay straight. This is the major problem here. It's not supposed to do that. When I'm riding the bike, I want it to be straight at all times. World thing was off. Okay, now let's see. Save, export. This is insane. It's absolutely freaking insane. It's gonna drive me nuts today. This is so important. Otherwise, the bike ride videos are not gonna come out the way I want them to. Okay, let's see. And I'm gonna move the camera. Still moving sideways. But then again, it's moving in the direction I want it to move. And stay focused on. That's not true. Okay. We don't want world lock. Actually, that it is working. To stay straight at all times. Because it's staying straight at all times. Because I can do this. All right, that's all I need. It is working. And I'm gonna move the camera. Because it's staying to where it's pointing. It is working. As if I was driving on the bike. It's working. And doing turns. Oh my God. Because if the camera was stationary, then it would be stationary. If that makes any sense. So if the camera's on the bike and it's facing a certain way, if you put world view, it has a built-in compass inside. And the last place it faced is where it's gonna stay focused at. With the world view option on the save. It'll stay at the last known place it was angled facing. You take the world view off, wherever the camera is pointing, it's going to record as the straight view. Does that make sense? Even though you can still rotate it 360. So I cannot fix any of the videos that I've done on the bike ride. I did 60 miles yesterday. 60. So here's the example what I'm talking about. I cannot fix it. It was last pointed because I stopped. It's backwards. Now if somebody watches the video without being able to push it back to the front, it's not gonna work. I want it to be facing in the way it's supposed to be facing. Matter of fact, Trump's golf course is here. It's right there. That's President Trump's golf course, right here. That's it. That's his golf course, right here.
On your left! On your left! God damn it!
Shit. Some guy was yelling at me because I had the headphones and I'm filming, and he's like, "You got to stay on this side. I can't get through." Him. Because I'm filming. I didn't hear him. I have music on. But see, it'll face the last known position. But that's his golf course here. So that was the major problem that I was having. If I start this video from scratch, the last known compass built in is going to start it from that point. See, this one was fine. But if you notice, once I turn, if there's a turn coming, it'll stay there. This is a straightaway. See? It's on world lock. It's no good. The camera is not, it was on the last known position, and then it'll stay there. So it's not going to straighten itself out. It's going to stay at that angle with world lock. And then I'm screwed. Now I can rotate it, but if somebody's watching this as a regular video, whatever the last turn, see, I made a turn. I started to turn a little. It's going to lock on the turn with the compass. This is a bad setting. Bad. Because it's staying locked in the one direction. So when I make the turn, it's not going to readjust. It's going to stay focused straight. Even though I'm making the turn. Because it's based on the recording. Look. It's so retarded. So retarded. The camera is not, it's not, the world lock screws it up. That's the best way I could say it. See? Now let's see what happens why it's straightened out. I must have made a turn. And when I make the turn, this is a prison. I don't know if it's open anymore, but it is a prison coming up on the left. A Max. So the built-in compass knows I'm going straight at this point. So now it leveled it out straight. See how the built-in compass? Now it's going straight. But once I make the turn, the built-in compass is now going to focus back to the other side. You can't have the world lock on. And I cannot fix it because it was recorded that way when I saved them off the thing originally. There's nothing I can do. So I have to redo all this on the bike. Otherwise, see, it's still pointing straight. Once the built-in compass figures I'm not making a turn, then it'll straighten itself out again. It's so retarded. Look at this. So that's a big boo-boo. It's toast. That is horrible. That's just bad. So there's the problem. I figured it out. It's nothing I can do about it. based on how I saved the files when I edited them. Which I don't have the originals because I formatted the card already. So all that video, it's uploaded, but you have to use your mouse or VR goggles to look around. Otherwise, it's trash. So I have to redo the whole thing. And not save it as a world lock. Because that's the feature. And that's what I was doing, uncheck, and I didn't uncheck it. That's a dumb move. Based on this test video, proves it. Right here. It's on 360. And when you go to save it, I wish I could take this off permanently. Minimize rotation in your footage. That's it right there. And when I was saving the files, I wasn't unchecking that. And that was the mistake right here. I'm curious if I save it like this, what happens? Because I moved the camera a few times. I want to see the difference. Let's see what happens. Wow, it's not even rotating. Look at it. It's stuck. Look at that. It's not even rotating it. Look at that. The built-in compass is not letting it do it. That's the problem. And I was turning the camera, so wherever I was facing the camera when I was turning it, it's not even doing it. There's the mistake. But if I do the other one, it allows me to rotate. Wow. That's it. It'll move as I move. Wherever the camera's facing, it'll go. So that's it. If I save it with World Lock, it'll look like this, like I did on the bike ride. And I'm going crazy for hours, for the last 2 hours, trying to figure out what the heck am I doing. And it's that. It's horrible. So now I did 60 miles on my bike yesterday. 60. You don't think I'm doing that again? I'm going to do it in pieces because that was brutal. It was brutal. You know what it's like to do 60 miles? Not freaking easy. But I figured it out now. It's all about this. World Lock. Thank God I figured it out. So that's that. Solved. Thank God. That will never happen again. Never. Now the next time I go out is Thursday because it's going to be nasty here. Chilly. It's going to be 68 on Thursday. And I'm going to go out early because I have work to do at night. So I put this in a sock. The GoPro Max. It goes in my bag. Just like that. And I wrap it. It's got covers on the lenses, so I'm not worried about that. And then I put it away to take with me. But you got to see the rig that I built on this bike. It's so impressive. It really is super impressive. I have to admit it and brag about it. I do. Because I'm just good like that, building things. This will never move. That bracket holding the rod where the camera's on top of. This is such a great design that I did. That rod will never move. It ain't happening. It's so secure. Look at that. So that's the rod on the back of the bike where I film everything. That's crazy, right? Look at that. That is a super bracket. It's bracketed 3 different ways on the back of the bike, so it won't move. And my design is incredible, actually. It's brilliant. And not many people can do things like this. I'm just saying, not many people. You have to just be mechanically inclined. So this is the bracket. It looks like a crazy mess, but it works. A T-pipe with a 6-inch pipe here. The rod is inside the pipe, bracketed inside the pipe, then with this big piece of metal plating in there. And then I've got this anchored to the bottom on both sides to the cargo rack. And I've got it anchored with a clamp on both sides here to hold it straight with these. This is what you use for clotheslines. I forgot what they call these. And then I've got hose clamps to make sure this thing stays down. So this is some crazy rig. But it ain't moving. It is not moving. That rod is not going anywhere. It's anchored crazy. So that's why it's so stable. And that's why the videos look so steady and stable. It's because of that. Otherwise, it wouldn't look that way. That's why my videos look sharp. Videos. GoPro reframe project. Let's go to the bridge. See, that built-in compass ruined everything. I love going over this bridge. There was a lot of people out yesterday morning. Yeah, there was a lot of people in my way. Look at that. Look how sharp that looks. Look how stable and steady. No lag. 4K. You won't see many videos 360, not pixelated, steady, not shaky. Even though they have built-in stabilization, that's not the point. It's just beautiful. And that's why I have to perfect this. Because I'm a perfectionist. I mean, look how steady that is. Despite the built-in compass mistake. Which will not happen again. Look how the flag is moving, whipping with the wind. Look how beautiful that looks. So it was just a matter of perfecting the video upload, because this thing is stable. That ain't moving. And I've got a power bank in the cargo bag wired up to the camera so it stays charged at all times. So this was a 3.5 hour trip with 28 clips because they make 8-minute clips each. But look how fluid, look how smooth the video is. And I have done a lot of testing with it, with the settings, and now it's like awesome. That is awesome. Look at that. This is a big tourist attraction. People come here just to walk over this bridge. It's silly. Anyway, I have to relax because I have a show to do in 2 hours. So I better just chill out, make food, eat, do what I gotta do. At least I solved it. Oh my God, that was driving me nuts. Because I uploaded that video. It's 3.5 hours long from yesterday. 3.5 hours long. And I gotta delete it because it's garbage. It's trash. And that's sad. Because it's not worthy. It's not worthy. And this is the video. It's in 4K too. This is so upsetting. This is when I stopped yesterday. I don't remember what the hell I was doing. I was checking the rod, make sure it was tight. Just to check. Oh, this isn't the video. This is old. I wasn't wearing a hoodie. Not like that. That's an old one. That's not it. Alright, let me go to my videos. This is it. This 4K is a nightmare. YouTube, it's a nightmare. I went to a lake where there was a big UFO case. Big, in the 80s. Where is it? Right here. Big Whaley Lake. You can look it up. Whaley Lake, W-H-A-L-E-Y, UFO case. Let me go forward a little. It's in 4K. That lake right there. Big time case. This is beautiful. Ogden had a beautiful lake too. I can't remember the name of it top of my head, but this is a beautiful lake. People don't realize that when you come upstate like here, this isn't even upstate, this is downstate. But it's beautiful up here. They were even fishing in the lake yesterday. And this is, you know, we're still getting past our winter, so when this is all green, oh, it looks so awesome. It's just beautiful. So in a couple of months, so this is Whaley. And then I stopped to take a drink, change the battery, and I'm in the middle of nowhere. There's nobody around. It's just me. And then I'm getting back on the bike. Putting the battery. Getting ready. Losing weight. It's like everything is not fitting anymore. You see the cable that goes to the power bank for the camera. Get my Gatorade. Sugar-free. Get my gloves back on, zip up, and head back home. 30 miles. I lost so much weight, and I'm gonna lose a lot more. I'm wondering what I'm doing. And there we go. Back on the road. And on our way. It's awesome. If anybody comes up to visit, I have 3 bikes. You want to go bike riding? I have 3, a mountain bike, a road bike, which is like a racing bike, and the e-bike. There's plenty of bikes here. So if you come over, I won't do 60 miles. I won't do 30 miles with you. We'll do 5. 5 miles is going over that bridge. It's 1.5 miles over that bridge. So that's 3 if you were to make a round trip. That's nothing. For me, oh my gosh. But that's total of 3 miles. That bridge is 1.5 miles to go from one point to the other. So a round trip is 3. That's nothing for me. That's a joke. Amanda. Amanda, what's going on with Amanda? I don't see a message though. Don't tell me Judge hit another home run. Another one? Are you serious?
Aaron Judge, 1 man out. Goldschmidt stays put. Driven deep to left field. He's done it again. See ya. A monster 2-run home run. Can't keep him in the park. 2-1 Yanks.
Wow, he hit another one. Oh my gosh. What's this? Good for him. Good for the president saying that. Wow. He just called out Iran. Ho, 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 ho. Oh my gosh. First of all, he said he's very, very angry at Putin. Actually pissed. His words, not mine. There's a quote from President Trump. You could say that I was very angry, pissed off, when Putin said yesterday that, when Putin started getting into Zelensky's credibility, end quote. Wow. He actually used that language. And then he said to Iran, if they don't make a deal, there will be bombing. There's a chance that if they don't make a deal, that I will do secondary tariffs on them. So he said, if they don't make a deal, there will be bombing. That's a quote. And then he added, quote, there's a chance that if they don't make a deal, that I will do secondary tariffs on them, end quote. Both he made those comments about Putin and Iran. It just came through my phone. Wow. But buckle up. Buckle up. Anyway, I'm going. I gotta go to work soon, and I gotta eat, and I gotta cook. Anyway, anybody, Liquor, what's going on? I was using the GoPro Max, which I spent 3 hours just now. 3 hours. I have such a headache, and I gotta work a show in 90 minutes, and I gotta lay down or relax my brain, because the videos were coming out, and I was going crazy trying to figure out what is it. I was using Premiere Pro, the GoPro Player app, to try to straighten the camera. I can't. There's nothing I can do. It's built into the camera. And when you download a video, well, actually upload a video and then download it, I had this thing checked, which I have to take off. Now the camera will always stay wherever I go. It's pointing where I'm moving on the bike. Because, you know, you're making turns on the bike, curves. The thing has a built-in compass in it. It'll stay focused on that one spot for a little while until it figures out that you're going in another direction. I did 60 miles on my bike yesterday, and it's all for waste on video because of that feature. But at least I figured it out. So I'm a little upset right now because now I got to redo all my trails. All of them. Which I don't mind because I bike anyway. But it's the point that all that is garbage. Waste. Throw it out. By the way, where is it? There's a lot of activity, and we have it leased out from the UK till 2036. There's a lot of activity going on right now on a certain island, 1,000 in the Indian Ocean, with B-2 bombers and the refueling craft. I don't know if anybody's aware of what's going on. The pieces are being put in place right now. And I'm not just saying it, because I do my research. I'm not like some people. I actually do the research. March 27th, B-2 bombers arrive on Diego Garcia, an unusual show of force. And all the refueling craft are there. And the C-130s are sending in supplies. There are multiple bombers on the island. Just keep an eye on this stuff. I'm telling you, keep an eye. That's all I'm going to say. Keep an eye. What's up, 91? I'm leaving because I got to go. But there's a bunch of them there. With the refueling craft, they can get to the Middle East. No problem. And the refueling craft are there because I've been doing research. They're not messing around. See? C-17 cargo planes. I was wrong. It wasn't C-130s. It's C-17 cargo planes. And the 135 tankers are there too. So they're getting ready. I would be paying attention to this. Pay attention. The second carrier group should be arriving shortly in the region too. I think it's the Vincent. I gotta go. And they had an exercise between Iraq, Lebanon, Iran, the Houthis. They had like some kind of naval exercise. It was kind of sad to see. I'll be honest. That was no exercise. That was just ridiculous. I pay attention to stuff. Like, this was on the 22nd. It's the Vincent. I was right. So pay attention. Keep an eye. And officially, here's another little tidbit. I'm just pulling up any article that comes up. Oh, they rejected? They rejected it? That's why he made that comment. Iran has ejected direct negotiations with U.S. in response to Trump's letter. Not a good idea. Not a good idea. It's like, are you calling our president's bluff? Are you? Do you not see what's going on? You think this is just rhetoric like it has been for decades? And do you know, there's another little tidbit that people may not realize. Like I said, I do my research. And all of this it's public domain. It's not this is you've heard of bunker busters, I'm sure. Well, this is a nuclear bunker buster. So, you know what they're going to be going after, right? With these? Do I have to even say? Keep an eye on your news in the next few weeks. That's all. I'm not saying I know anything definitively, for sure. But the way things are looking right now, doesn't look good. And believe me, Iran is there's definitely tenseness going on over there. So keep an eye on your news. It's not a laughing matter at all, but keep an eye, because there's a lot of signs, a lot of things going on. And then, like I mentioned, just to put that as a reference, this was a few days ago. But just look at the ships involved. Iran, Lebanon, Iraq, Yemen kick off joint naval drills in support of Gaza. That's one hell of a naval force, right? Look at the ships involved. Yeah, they can carry, shoulder-held weaponry and kamikaze type stuff, But a naval parade in the Persian Gulf, Sea of Oman in support of Gaza. That's why I want to throw that out there too, because I mentioned it. Keep an eye on your news. Just saying.